So we're back for round 8, and it's SBR BTCC Legends at Autopolis. And, well, it's the finishing order of the first race, which was won by Jake, and BTCC Blueprints if you want a Jake mug or anything, so you can get one from there. Paul Welsh if you want a new conservatory or a banter. And, well, like I said, Jake's on pole after winning that race. Nathan's second, despite taking pole in the first race. Wasn't able to convert it into win. Then it's Liam who came up well from Sean, Leon, and then Rob. Adam came up well, and then Panos won the battle of the Volvo liveries ahead of Jeff. Then it was Chris and Ashley. Ashley made up a few positions, and the disaster of race 1, well, it's Lewis and Ben. So let's get to the race. So waiting for the lights, and we're away. So short hold for the guys, but we're away, and it looks like a good start again from Nathan, who's come from second on the grid this time. But Jake looks like he's got the inside and should be able to retake the lead. Oh nope, Nathan's got it. Nathan's turned in and taken the lead, and Jake's gonna have to do what he did in race 1 and try and find a way through. Meanwhile at the back it's still as you were, with Ben and Lewis at the back, but Lewis has gained a couple positions I can see. So Sean's the one with a bad start. He's been lost out to Leon, and now he's lost out again there to, let's see when this come through. No, he's still there, so he's only lost out to Leon, and now he's gone a bit wide at the hairpin. I can see that in the background, and he's allowed, that's Adam through, and well, that's Sean off onto the grass, a bit like Ben in race 1, and he'll drop right to the back, literally all the way to the back as well. Disaster for the MB Motorsports guy. Ben meanwhile was making moves, and he got past Jeff, who's had a shocking start, and then managed to slide up the inside of Lewis, and then we saw Sean go onto the grass. So Nathan leads after all that, and he's ahead of Jake as Jake goes down the inside already. Surely Nathan won't take that line down, but he's gone in too deep on the brakes trying to defend. Jake gets it done early this time, takes the lead. Some would say that's that. So carry on. Ben and Panos having fun there, running each other a little bit wide, but managed to sort it all out. Ben down the inside to take that position away and up into 9th place, so he's making better progress in this race than he did the last one, although Panos comes back up the inside as Ben goes off, and there's someone on the grass, and it's Jake. Jake's bottled the lead. Was he hit from Nathan? It looked pretty close, but looks like he still got it stopped, and then just gets a wheel in the gravel. Nathan gets held up, and that's going to put Liam into the lead, and it has. Jake will drop all the way back to where his teammate is. So a disaster for MB Motorsport. Within 2 laps they've gone from 1st and 4th down to 12th and 13th, I would say. Just waiting to funnel through and see what's happening. Ben's about to get overtaken by the BMW, but instead turns into an overtake on Panos, and he takes 8th place. Panos running wide, and that's going to allow the BMW through. And yeah, indeed, both MB Motorsport cars at the back, and Liam will think all his Christmases have come at once. He now leads. Nathan's still there. Nathan, we know, had a bit more pace than Liam in the first race. We saw that as he and Jake managed to pull away. Flash of lights from Adam as he tries to look down the inside, but it's not going to happen. And who's that off? That's Lewis off, and that looks like Jeff. And what happened there? Now we're on board with Panos. How the hell does he get involved then? So and into the back of Jeff, so he just got his braking all wrong, and he took his teammate off, and Lewis, well, not great for Panos, but at least he waited. And Liam leads, but Nathan's already closing in with Adam as Leon gets down the inside of Rob, or maybe Rob was trying to go around the outside, and Ashley's off at the first corner. Let's see how. Just outbraked himself and ran out of road, much like Jake did. And once you get in the gravel, you kind of get stuck there, and that's the MB Motorsports picking up a couple of positions in 2 corners, so they'll be well pleased with that. So it's not a great race for teammates, but yeah, Sean 8th, Jake 9th, so that's the way round the iron. Rob's got into the side of Leon, dives down inside the hairpin, wasn't fully alongside, and he'll have to give that up to Leon, and does. Background, Chris and Ben are fighting. And here comes the people that have had major accidents. But it looks like Nathan's got a good run on Liam this time. Liam defends but not fully, and that's allowed Nathan up the inside. Nathan takes it and goes off. And what is going on in this race is a complete shambles for all the championship contenders, and now Nathan's done it to himself and spins out, trying to get on the power too early. So we've seen Jake spin, we've seen Sean make a mistake and half spin, we've seen Nathan go off and spin, and Nathan really could have had a good chance of taking the lead of the championship without that, as Ben now slides down the inside of Chris. And after his disaster in race 1, he's making up for it now with a good charge and drive. He might be able to finish that move on Chris for 5th place. Chris though not giving up, and it's going to get a bit close there on the exit, and a bit of contact between them, and that's the end of that. For Chris, he slides back on just in front of the MB guys, who also pick up the place. So those guys making good progress with Ben. Nathan would be kicking himself after that error, though he didn't need to do that. He looked quicker than Liam, he could have waited. He just completely outbroke himself. He really had the job done, to be fair, and just, well, a bit too late on the brakes as Jake takes to the grass in his excitement and trying to overtake his teammate. And Lewis in 11th ahead of Jeff and Panos, so disaster for those guys as well. But now Liam's going to be leading, he's ahead of Adam, and Adam hasn't really had the pace this season in that car, so Liam would be even more confident. He won't believe his eyes about where everyone is on this racetrack right now. All his championship contending buddies are really out of this at the moment. The two Volvo guys are really well, they're at the back of the pack and just going to have a private race now. Panos leading his teammate for what it's worth. So Liam leads ahead of Adam. Adam would be pretty pleased if he can hold 2nd place. He's not really, like I said, had much to shout about all season. Rob is 3rd, Leon ahead of his teammate again in this race. He's 4th ahead of his teammate Ben, who's 5th. And we've got I think it's Sean in 6th, Jake 7th, Chris is 8th, Ashley 9th, Nathan 10th, Lewis 11th, and then we have these two with Jeff now ahead of his teammate. But Liam it is, it's starting to stretch away. So Adam would be pleased with 2nd, but the guys that made all those mistakes are starting to come back through. Ben now right behind his teammate Leon, and I'm not sure Leon's going to make it too hard for him. Ben sets the fastest lap of the race as he gets alongside his teammate. Head into this tricky turn 1 where you can't really see the apex. You just got to pick a braking point and keep to it and just hope you make the apex. And around the outside goes Ben. Sean tries to do the same, but Leon's not having it. So Ben will try and put a bit of fresh air between himself and his teammate. See how long he can hold Sean back. Nathan really not making much of an impression on the back of the Honda livery cars. Liam leads. Adam not really closing. Rob will look in his mirror and see 2 Labatt's cars, but it's the other way around now. Through this fast sweeping left-hander, which leads up towards the hairpin. Ben already starting to gap his teammate and catch up to Rob. I'd say Liam's edging away. He's not really racing away, which you'd expect considering his race 1 pace, but Leon's getting the full MB Motorsport treatment. A few nudges here and there. Down this front straight. Jake pulls out, but not a serious move on his teammate there. Yeah, so Leon driving a great race. And now Adam under serious pressure from Rob. Rob will see those guys behind him and want to get this move done quickly. As I think about it there at turn 3, it wasn't a serious overtake. A serious thought about it anyway. He just had a little think, you know, just show your nose. Adam though gets to the apex. Leon's still holding up these two, doing a good job about it. Jake's looking around the outside of his teammate, but that's not going to work. Something's got to give here, you feel, as they come through this fast S-bend, and Ben's put a wheel over the curb and straight off into the barrier, and his disastrous night continues. He's back on the track in 7th place. So he's quite lucky in that respect, because this field's quite strung out with all these incidents. But Chris gets around the outside of him and takes 7th place, so Ben down to 8th. And he's got Ashley now behind him in 9th. As a double disaster for the Labatt's team, as now Sean draws alongside Leon to take that place away. And Tower says he's done it, but still got a braking zone, as Rob also looks around the back of that BMW, tries to get the drive up the inside. Leon holds on again, but that's allowed Jake through. And now Jake's going to take 2 for the price of 1. And as Rob finally looks like he's going to get this done down the inside of Adam, but he's kind of not finished it. Adam can fight back from there as Leon runs completely wide, and now both MB cars are through. So he held them off for 2 laps, did a good job. 2 or 3 laps, and now they're through. Now they can chase the Rob-Adam battle with Jake in front of that. So Ben's stuck behind Chris now. All his own work, put a wheel over the curb, and that just auto spun the car straight across the track and into the barrier. So anything that can happen is happening to Ben tonight. He's got Nathan just behind him. Nathan really, since that spin, been a bit subdued, hasn't come back through the field like you'd expect. And Ben now trying to get past Chris, a little nudge, middle of the corner there. But Liam will be laughing at the sight in his rearview mirror of basically no one, because they're all thrown at the barrier and the gravel traps, and somehow Jake and Sean have made it back to 4th and 5th despite all that. More gravel kicked in the air. Yeah, Liam will be enjoying this. He hasn't won a race for a long time, and he's only won, I found out the other day, he has only won 2 British Touring Car SBR races, which was quite a shock. But can he make this as his 3rd win in 6 seasons? Adam will be desperate to hold on to a podium if he can. So the BMW's been a bit outclassed by the 4-wheel drive cars this season. They haven't really scored any stunning results like that. Adam holding the inside. He's not allowing Rob through. Rob good on the exit, as you expect from a 4-wheel drive car, pushing him along, but the BMW's a little bit quicker down the straight, I would say. But won't stop Rob trying around the outside anyway. And well, he might leave himself open to the MB cars here, and here comes Jake. Jake looks like he might get that done. Adam defends the inside for all he's worth. Rob comes back around the outside, that's all he can do, and he might actually get this done now. He's got the higher ground now for the inside at the next corner, and now he needs to just do the same in this corner and run out wide to stop Adam getting back through, and he's done it. So great move from Rob, finally gets that done. And Jake actually loses a position to his teammate Sean, who's gone all the way around the outside there at the hairpin. But nope, Jake's got the speed out the corner, keeps the place. And here comes Leon again, continuing his good run. He's in 6th place. Chris is still 7th, Ben's not making an impression on him, and neither is Nathan. Getting towards the end of the race now, and Adam's outbroke himself, and that's going to allow Jake through. So Adam's got a bit excited there after losing that place to Rob, and that's put Jake past him as well. So not a great lap for Adam. Well, back further, Lewis is 11th, 12th for Panos, and 13th for Jeff. There's now Jake down the inside of Adam again, or Adam trying to go around the outside, actually trying to retake the place, so Adam doesn't know when he's beat. And he's come back across the road, and he's hit both MB Motorsport cars. And what's happened to him? Well, we're on board with Jake. We can find, Sean. We can find out Sean gets pushed onto the grass. So Adam's come across, or Jake's come across. We're not sure. Looking back, and you can see that Adam came across the front of both of those guys, and really did it to himself. So let's see what that's dropped him down to. And there he is, 10th place. So now the order is Liam ahead of Rob. So it's a 1-2 for the, what I call the Works Mitsubishi team. Then Sean up to 3rd despite having an accident. 4th is Jake despite having an accident. 5th again for Leon. 6th is Chris. And 7th for Ben despite an accident. And 8th for Nathan despite an accident. So really no one deserves 2nd place. As now Sean goes wide and allows his teammate through. So even more mistakes being made, and the only one that's not making mistakes is winning this race, so deservedly so. Liam is going to win this race if he carries on. His teammate Rob in second, and these guys are still not done. Sean could have thought maybe an overtake there, he's quite close. So then it's Leon 5th, Chris 6th, Ben 7th. So yeah, really not a great night for him. Had a pretty good run of results at the last round, but it's all gone a bit pear-shaped here. Rob though still looks like he's just about got enough gap over the MB cars to hold on, I would say. And here comes the train with Nathan at the back in 8th place. Liam long gone, as you can see. Can't even see him in the same picture at the moment. He's about to start his last lap very shortly. Like I say, it would be his 3rd win if he can get it. Ben up the inside of Chris. Chris goes wide. Looks like Ben might get that on a cut back. A little bit of a collision on the exit. So let's see who's going to win the drag race. Ben will hope that he can get a slipstream off his teammate. But Leon's moved over to take the race in line, so Chris will be getting the slipstream. But I think Ben's got it done anyway, and up into 6th place on the last lap, so he'll be pleased with that. And Nathan trying to do the same, but Chris has already seen him, covers him. Meanwhile, I was wrong about Rob. He's under attack from Jake. Jake trying to go around all the way around the outside. Ooh, slams into Chris, and again, sorry, not Chris, Rob. And well, Rob did well to keep that on the track and keep his position. Jake obviously losing the back of the car or something like that. Looked a bit strange, but looks like we're not going to be denied a Mitsubishi 1-2, because here comes Liam to win. And like I say, didn't put a foot wrong, and like pretty much the rest of the field, we were involved in something at some point. And Rob just got one more corner to hold on, as Leon lets his teammate through, so it's better team tactics there. Leon doing good team tactics, and that's Liam that wins then ahead of Rob. Then it's Jake, Sean, Ben, Leon, then it's Chris and Nathan. So Nathan finishes 8th then, and Ash gets 9th, so we'll be pleased with that. Adam 10th ahead of Panos, Jeff, and then Lewis will be our last car to drive across the line. There's Panos. Jeff waiting for Lewis, so maybe he feels like he knocked him off earlier in the race, or they've had an accident, because Lewis was quite far back. But Lewis takes position. Jeff will drop back into last place, which will give him pole for the next race, so maybe some tactics there. But Liam wins his third race in SBR BTCC ahead of Rob, his teammate. Then it's Jake, good recovery with Sean, Ben, Leon, Chris, Nathan, Ash, Adam, Panos and Lewis. Jake set the fastest lap on lap 12, and of course 13th was Jeff. So another pretty disastrous race for Jeff, but like I say, pole for the next race, and he'll be hoping to turn that into a top 5. So our thanks to BTCC Blueprints and Paul Welsh, groundwork and construction, and we'll see you for the reverse grid race very shortly.